Hi, and welcome to Scarborough Theatre Guild's Let's Talk. Today we have Darlene Thomas with us, and I'm so pleased to have her with us because I've worked with her and she is multi-talented. She has produced and she works magic with makeup and more. She's worked on multiple shows and she's award-winning. So please let me introduce Darlene. And Darlene, welcome. I'm pleased to have you here with me, and I hope you could tell us a little bit about what got you into theater and some of those things you do behind the scenes that people may not know about.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. Well, how did I get into theater? I actually went back to school in 2013 for makeup, and I finished that within like 3 months, and I wanted more experience with makeup. So I ended up Googling theater around Ajax, and Ajax Community Theater came up, and so I just sort of emailed them, and they were working on Bus Stop at the time, and they were actually looking for a makeup artist. So it just kind of fell into place, and I went, and the director interviewed me, and next thing I know, I was the hair and makeup person for Bus Stop. So that was 2013, and yeah, so since then I've been in theater.
And you didn't look back. So
Nope.
that was a good starting point. And I know you've done so much since that time. So can you tell us a little bit about the things you've gotten involved in? Because that's where you started, but I know there's so much that you've done. And it sounds like you got a little bit of the theater bug.
Well, you know what, first of all, I actually didn't even know that the community theater was so huge. I just thought, oh, Ajax, okay, cool. And then I met Chelsea Jones, and we actually worked together in our day jobs. And so she said, oh, I work theater too. And so she actually got me into Scarborough Players. And I believe the first show I did there was Calendar Girls. So ever since then, I, did, back-to-back shows. I think I've done 25 shows so far since 2014. So it was just mostly hair and makeup, but then I decided I wanted to try something different about 2 years ago. So I said, let me see how this producing gig goes. So I co-produced my first play, I think 2 years ago now, and the first one I did was Doubt, a Parable. And so I co-produced that one, and I actually loved producing. So I said, I think I want to do this from now on. So, I still do hair and makeup as well, because I can't leave that alone. And so if I'm producing something, I'm doing hair and makeup for it as well.
Dual roles. So, and that is not, that is nothing to sneeze at in community theater. So now, not only that, but, I know you've won some awards. So can you tell us a little bit about the exciting past year that you've had?
Oh, goodness. So I did 3 back-to-back shows. So I was never home, and I was never sleeping. So the first one I did was 39 Steps, and that was directed by Kevin Schaefer. And then after that, I jumped right into Cripple of an Ishman, and that was done by Jeremy Henson. And then right after that, I did Pride and Prejudice, which was directed by Catherine Turner. So it was literally back to back to back to back. And that was pretty exciting. And all 3 shows were adjudicated. And so we had the ActCo gala. Well, it wasn't a gala, but, online. And that was fun. So I'm pretty sure people were probably really tired of seeing my name on there. And so it was great because I was, our show was nominated twice in the same category. So that was actually very exciting. And so when, I saw my name pop up with winning Pride and Prejudice, I was screaming. I was literally screaming. And my house is not very big, and it's, and my parents came running in. They're like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Shh, you're gonna wake the neighbors." But yeah, so that was fun. That was, the first time I actually won a Thea. So it was exciting.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And how exciting to have the very same shows that you worked on up against each other.
I know. I was nervous because we had a Zoom party, and Kevin was in there, and Catherine was in there, and Jeremy was in there. So of course when Catherine's name, or Pride and Prejudice, came up, and then 39 Steps came up for Best Comedy, I was like, yay, but who do I cheer for? And so yeah, that was fun.
So, and I understand not only awards, but there were several nominations too. So
Yes, so between the three shows, I believe there was 21 nominations, 4 wins, I believe. So that was exciting for both Scarborough Theatre Guild and players.
so how wonderful to see all your hard work recognized. And I think there's more too. If I recall, you got an award through Snapped as well.
I did. I won the Snapped Artist of the Year award. So that was a pleasant surprise too.
So wonderful. So everyone just wants you to know hard work gets recognized in community theater. So what else can you tell us about you in terms of hobbies, some of the favorite shows you've worked on? Because we always just get to know each other through the shows.
Right.
And it's nice to really start to get to know other sides of everyone.
Well, being on lockdown with this pandemic, the first 2 weeks, because I'm just really not used to being home, I was severely depressed about, just basically staying in my house. And I'm like, what do I do? So I started painting. So I have some, talent with a brush. I don't know. So I did that. So, and I've been reading so much, and I've gotten into working out a lot. So that's what I've been doing as far as hobbies. What was the other question?
Just things that people may not know about you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just, again, I started painting, and I think I'm okay with a brush, but, and...
What kind of things do you paint?
Just like scenic, just boring, because I can't do portraits. I'm not that good at it. But yeah, and I believe, my favorite shows that I've done with theater, oh gosh, I actually have 4. And, there was Doubt, which, excuse me, was really, really, it was good. Then Cripple of Inishman, 1949, and Vanya, Sonia, Mash and Spike. That was a lot of fun to work on.